Hello and welcome to another class with me, Helga, at the Sun Yoga Flow online studio. It's a pleasure to connect with you once more. I have been away for a little over a week. We went to Spain, Seville, and that was really beautiful. I truly recommend if you haven't been. I think it's one of the most beautiful places to be really in Spain. Lots of beauty, lots of water fountains and things that fueled me. So I am happy to be on the mat today and take a moment to set the scene. As always, today you're probably just going to need your mat, some comfy clothes and a glass of water to hydrate. I've got a bit of coconut juice in here as well. So we're just going to start by sitting on the mat, cross-legged. Let's take a moment to arrive. And I want you to place your fingertips just on the mat here beside you and sort of lift yourself up a little bit. Make sure that you're comfortable and make an intention of sitting upright. So although you might just slightly adjust your body, we're really imagining that we're sitting up tall and really in our power, in our beauty. And crown of head is alive and energized and really sort of connecting with the sky and you know, as if someone would be pulling, you know, your head a little bit more up and straight. And we want the heart space to be open and the whole body to be confident, almost sparkling, you know. And we are visualizing an energy about us, even if you don't feel great, whatever, you know, the state you are actually physically in right now. I want you to imagine this aura about you. When you're your best self, you're really feeling quite great, you know, both in your mind with your thoughts, but also physically in your body, that you're quite empowered. Okay, so this is the space that we're setting. This is the energy that we're starting with as we engage in movement today on the mat. And before we start into the actual sequence, I want you to take a deep, nice, full inhale into your body. Doesn't matter if it's through the nose or the mouth, but we're going to do it together. So inhale fully, let's go. And release. Let's do that one more time. Inhale and release. Beautiful. Come into tabletop on your mat. And let's get started. So hands and arms are stacked under your shoulders and the knees are just a little bit apart, stacked right under your hips. And you're gonna look up, arch your back, and inhale here. Exhale, push floor away, round back. Inhale, look up and arch the back. Really generous movement. We're doing it on purpose. You're really arching your back as much as you can. You can even bring your torso a little bit down if that helps. And then exhale, really dropping the head, pushing floor away, and feel free to always come up on your fingertips and sort of engage in spinal waves and movements, right? So I'm gonna let you do this in your own time, but just one breath, one movement. Inhale as you look up and arch the back, and exhale as you drop head, push floor away and round the back. And we want to invite a little bit of play, a little bit of aliveness into this. We don't have to be so stiff or scared about where we're going with the body, you know, you can even sway your hips now a little bit side to side, or just continue the normal cat-cows. But let your body just kind of go where it wants to. As long as you're in the tabletop, you're actually quite free to just move in whatever way. And that's quite a beautiful place to be, you know, when you let your body guide you both on and off the mat. There is quite a bit of natural intelligence that we have in the body, right? So instead of always being in our head, in our thoughts, in our logical mind, it's nice to just sometimes relax, trust, let go of that pressure, and let the body and our natural wisdom guide us through things. So a few more moves here before we jump into our actual sequence. Inhale as you look up and exhale down. And slowly come into a neutral tabletop position here. Lovely. Now spread your knees a little bit wider. They can almost come onto each side of your mat. Big toes touching or close, and then drop into your child's pose. So sitting on the heels, arms extended, and forehead comes on the mat. Really sinking quite deep into the hip area here. And then walking your hands slightly towards the right side here. So almost coming on the floor outside of the mat. Taking a moment for this side stretch. And then gently walk yourself back to the middle and then all the way to the left. Breathe into that side stretch. And come back into the center and into tabletop. And transitioning into puppy pose. So this time we're not sitting onto the heels, but we are extending the arms just as we did in child's pose. Forehead comes on the mat. And then you can just very carefully play around with actually having the nose or the chin touch the mat. So rather than the forehead, you can come and have the nose or the chin touch the mat. Just see how that feels. Obviously that's quite a big stretch there, and be careful with the upper back and your shoulders and everything. So just feel into what space is available to you right now, and on different days it looks different. So today you might not be able to move too much, and maybe next time you'll be able to go into a different shape, or the other way around. There's no judgment here. And back into tabletop. Beautiful. Now extend your right leg all the way out, straight line, and flex the foot, active foot and leg. Squeeze your glutes together, and then bring your knee to right elbow. Very nice. And extend it out again. Bring the knee again to right elbow. Very nice. And place your knee down. Let's do the same on the opposite side. Left leg extends out, active foot here all around, flexing the foot. And then touching knee to elbow on this side. Extend leg out and knee to elbow and placing the knee down. Beautiful. Now we're gonna come into down dog and really start to move now on the mat. Tuck your toes in first of all. Look at your hands, make sure that you have active hands and then the fingers are really spread on your mat. All parts of your palms are touching the mat. We're feeling really strong, we're feeling really empowered here with our nice sparkling energy. And now lift your knees off the floor, bum off the floor, bring everything up. Separate your feet. You can bend your knees and just look between your feet. Upper body is relatively straight, but we're bending the knees. And the sort of heart space, torso here is coming quite close to the knees. So that's the shape we want to be in. Now looking between the hands and walk yourself to the front of the mat. And come all the way up. Mountain pose, Tadasana. Arms alongside you, palms active and open. And base of the feet are really anchored into the mat, into the earth. And we're standing tall like a mountain. Finding beauty in the stillness and simplicity of just being. Lovely. Now bend your knees, sway your arms over your head. Inhale, straighten your body and fold down to the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, come into plank. Hold your plank here for a little while. You can do this, you're strong. Engage your core, push the floor away. Palms of hands are active and connecting to your mat. Fingers are spread. Nice long line throughout the whole body here. And always use your breath to fuel you. Bringing knees first down to the floor, untucking toes. Bring your elbows slightly in and come down all the way onto the mat. Into Cobra, forearms touching mat. And just looking right in front of you. Breathing into your lower back. You want your pubic bones to really come down and touch the mat. Belly's touching the mat too. We're quite active in the back. Neck is relaxed though. Beautiful. Now look over your right shoulder for a micro side stretch here. Should feel quite nice. And then same on the other side. Look over your left shoulder. Beautiful. Bring yourself up into your down dog. Let's go. And walk the dog. So bend one knee and then bend the other. Very nice. Look between your hands. And walk or jump to the front of your mat. Slowly bring yourself all the way up and extend your arms overhead. Inhale and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. The back is flat. And exhale, come into your plank. Beautiful. And this time we're not putting the knees first. We're just going to give it a go. We're going to try to come all the way down to the mat without putting the knees down. So tuck your elbows slightly in, strong core. You can do this with control. Bring yourself all the way down. Beautiful. And upward facing dog or cobra here. Inhale fully. And come into your down dog. Beautiful. Now place your feet slightly more closer together for better balance as we're taking the right leg all the way up. Let's go. Inhale, straightening and extending that right leg all the way up. And then bending the knee and looking under your armpits, opening that hip here.
Placing your foot down, and we're taking the other leg all the way up. So left leg extends and lifts. Really opening here, lifting that leg high as we can. And then bending that knee. Hip opener. Beautiful. Placing that foot down. Look between the hands and come all the way to the front of your mat. And we're taking a ragdoll, so feet quite apart, grabbing hold of your elbows, bending knees, and just let yourself sway side to side. Face and neck are really relaxed, upper back as well. Nice. Now carefully being aware of your body, just bring yourself all the way up in standing position. Nice. Bring your hands together in prayer in Anjali Mudra to feel the connection between your right and left part of body. Let's fuel the body a bit here with some nice deep breaths. Just breathe in any way that you like. Just fuel, revitalize yourself a little bit here before we continue. Lovely. And when you're ready, come into extending arms overhead. Inhale, exhale, your forward fold. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, come into your plank. So now you just have the option of either bringing the knees first down or not. Coming down all the way to your mat. Upward facing dog. And down dog. Okay, bringing your feet slightly closer, and then look between the hands. Place your right foot in between the hands, front of mat, coming into high lunge. That's a beautiful, beautiful pose, standing strong pose here. You're welcome to come quite low, drop here, the front foot. Very nice. Coming into warrior two. And flip your palm, reversed warrior. Don't forget to bend that front knee. And place your forearm on right thigh, extend the other arm. Really open nicely the heart space here. You want to drop your shoulder a little bit towards the back. Lovely. Place both of your hands at the front and come into a half split. Beautiful. Really breathing into the stretch here. Nice. And switching to low lunge. Body's alive, sparkling, letting the energy move through here. bring yourself into tabletop. Take a moment in child's pose. Very nice. Bringing yourself back into tabletop. Jumping straight into down dog. Let's go. Beautiful. Now look between your hands and place your left foot this time the front of the mat for a high lunge. Lovely. And we want to be squeezing almost our inner thighs here together and the core for a better stability. And coming just a little bit lower here with the front knee. Coming into warrior two. And then flipping that front palm, reverse warrior. Breathing into body. And then placing forearm on the thigh and opening up here with the top arm. Placing both hands on the mat at the front and coming into your half split here. Nice. Flexing the foot, really giving the hamstrings a good nice stretch here. And then switching to your low lunge. Very nice. Come and sit on your mat. We are now done for the standing active part of the class. Grab yourself a little bit of water, please. All right. So let's come and lay on our backs. Bring your knees into chest and give yourself a nice hug. And you're welcome to roll a little bit, slightly to the right and left. Connecting your lower back to the earth and to the mat. Finding support in that. Now coming into child's pose. So you stay as you are, but you just lift your feet and grab hold of either your big toes, just as such, or you might want to grab the outside of your feet. And hold this pose. and let go. Place the sole of your feet on the mat and just drop your knees out to the right, just whatever way they go. Breathe into the top side of the body here that's twisting a little bit. And let's do the same on the other side, dropping the knees here to your left. And breathing into right side of body. Beautiful. Now take a big, nice, full body stretch, so the feet, the legs are extended. You're laying down on your mat and arms come overhead and you start to really stretch yourself tall and big. Feel free to move your feet, ankles, move your hands for the wrists here, maybe open and clench your fists. Breathe fully into body. And then we're coming into Shavasana. So arms are just resting alongside you, palms facing up. The arms are fairly close to your body. And I invite you to either close your eyes completely or have a very soft gaze. So your face and eyelids are quite soft and relaxed and sort of half closing. I'm gonna walk you through a little bit of a relaxation and self-empowering visualization here. So we're laying on the mat. You're feeling the support of the universe, of the earth, of your mat underneath you. Right now, right here in this moment. Your body is quite energized. We've just opened up a lot of space, a lot of goodness after moving. And know that this feeling and this support from the universe around you and your own body is always available to you. Your face is soft. You are free of any tension right now. Your mouth, your forehead, top of head and space around your ears are very spacious. And your shoulders and upper back, middle back, waist, legs and feet are relaxed yet alive and sparkling with good aura and energy. Your highest self, your best self, always knows that you can trust the universe, that you don't need to worry or play small or feel unworthy or stress over anything really, because everything you desire is already within you. It might be on a different timeline, you might not physically see it right now in your life, but it is there and always available to you. And as we spend our last moments here in Shavasana, in resting pose, I want you to imagine a bright, nice, sparkling white light. A white light that just goes through your body from the bottom of your mat here, from head to toe. a light that really recharges you, that really empowers you. And I want you to really feel how alive and beautiful you feel wrapped in this great white light. Now start to connect to your breath. You can move your fingers slightly, move your toes as we come out of this meditation today. And when you're ready, gently just roll over to your right side. Fetus position. And with your hands, push the floor away and come up to seating here. Placing your hands on each knee, palms facing up. I want you to sit quite tall here, crown of head going upward. And as we end the class, take with you your magic, your beauty, and your own inner strength. Thank you so much for practicing, and I'll see you next time.